Good morning. Bright and early, the early bird catches the worm. This is the worm of the Shakti, or the not the Shakti, but the Kundalini energy that's asleep at the base of our spine. And when we wake up spiritually, the energy starts to move up the spine. So early birds get to catch that Kundalini and help to awaken her. And anyway, I've got some news to share with you. Are you ready to hear what's true for a change? Yeah. Um, the Shankaracharyas, they're the popes of India, and they would sing this chant every morning, and then Yogananda put it in his cosmic chant book, and said that we should, when we awaken in the morning, to sing that chant as well. But I'm going to give you the words to that chant, and you'll see why I'm saying I got some news to share with you, that we have all been duped. And this song is why we need what we need to hear right now. And it goes like this: No birth, no death, no caste have I. Father, mother, have I none. I am He, Blessed Spirit, I am He. Mind, nor intellect, nor ego, or chitta, chitta is our feeling nature, have I. Sky, nor earth, nor metals am I. I am He. I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. So now you can understand why this is a good song to sing in the morning. You know, if it wasn't for sleep, we couldn't recharge these batteries in our bodies. What happens in sleep is the energy recoils into the astral spine, and it recharges all the cosmic energy within us during the night of sleep. Thank goodness, right? It's like we're rechargeable batteries. And you know, in some ways too, if we're rechargeable batteries as the reflection of spirit, then spirit is the one who is remotely controlling us. Under remote controlled by spirit, not by the delusion, but by spirit. And it's so important to kind of, if you can pull back the lens now and just look at the world in general, at large, there is just confusion. There is, people being so disenchanted and feeling like they've been ripped off and all kinds of stuff like that, right? That's only because of the delusion, my dears. And and uh and that's a thick thing. Yogananda said that this delusion, this Maya that we're in, is so strong that even God, who created it, shudders at the very thought of it. So this is why we're here. We're here to take refuge in our soul. We're here to have what Yogananda calls cosmic shelter. We're here to make as deep of a dive into our self, our soul nature, as possible, because Ramana Maharshi said that if we don't keep our consciousness constantly on ourself, our true nature, and that was what that song just kind of told us, who we are. No birth, no death, no caste have we, father, mother have we none, mind, nor intellect, nor ego, none of that, you know? And when our reasoning is lessened, my dears, your wisdom starts to come to the forefront. It's our intellect, it's what we think we know that's causing all of our personal confusions, right? But someone said that, or Ramana said that when the reasoning dies, the wisdom is born. Your innate wisdom as an immortal being is born when our reasoning dies. So there's no need to be here thinking about what's going to happen the rest of your day, or even the words that I'm saying right now, and you're trying to calculate what is that. No, just be here and settle into yourself, and we'll have a little short meditation. And I'll read to you something to start us off in this meditation after we do some breathing from uh, um, a Swami who came to University of California at Santa Barbara, where I went to school, college, and I was taking religious studies courses. I took them all because I became a religious studies major there. Anyway, guess who came to our class? And early on in my first year of school there was this Swami Satchidananda, and I have a dandy of a quote for him for all of us too. He looks like Santa Claus. He's the perfect, Santa Claus guy. And I really loved him. I thought he was totally legit, and I still do to this day. So let's close our eyes, my dears. Again, I'm so happy you are here because we are more powerful when we all show up, and it gets me every single time. And if you stop and just kind of muse on it, how did you get here? How did you get online? Was that you? Did you really get yourself online, or did that one who's remote controlling you, the spirit, get you here? Huh? And our batteries are recharged from the night of sleep, so we're all ready to go to a new day. And let's just say that we are all about the truth. So close your eyes, my dears. Let's close our eyes. And just let's recharge the body in what Yogananda calls the double inhale, double exhale, kind of recharging your cellular part of you and all the energy in your body. It's an inhale breath, and it goes like this. So the first breath is short, and then it's a little longer. So, and then exhale, ha, ha, can be a ha ha, double exhale out and a double inhale in, and then I'll guide you from there. All right. You want to recharge? Let's recharge from all the madness. Let's recharge from every notion we have in our brain right now, because you're going to see today that it's not true. Even the stuff you tell yourself, it ain't true. All right. So let's inhale the breath, double inhale. Now squeeze your fists and hold this energy. Squeeze your toes, your whole body, and double exhale out. Relax, let go. Tense with will, relax and feel. Ready? Tense with will. Double inhale, squeeze your fist, squeeze the body. Exhale, relax and feel, was his little slogan that he told when he taught this. Inhale, double inhale. Squeeze the body with the good chi. And exhale. Relax and feel. How about one more recharge, everyone? Inhale, tense with will. Squeeze and believe and be. Exhale. Relax and feel. Go to your happy place, remember what we did yesterday when we said that there's a place we go not of this world where nothing gets to us. It's a place of dreams, a place of dreams where love never goes away, always here to stay. So let's do that, and I'll read you this quote from the Swami Satchit Ananda. When you really understand the limitations of your physical level and your mental level, when you really understand the limitations of your physical level and your mental level, then you become really thirsty to get into the spiritual level. Then you know that what you have known, what you have learned, and what you have understood all these years is just nothing. Nothing. That's why I said earlier, when your reasoning dies, your innate divine wisdom is born. You become actually nothing. In the words of the Zen philosophy, you have to become nothing. Until this stage, you feel that you are something. Don't we hear people saying, oh, he or she is really something? don't we hear people saying, oh, he or she is really something? But that something should become nothing. When we really become nothing, that's why Yogananda said, when this I shall die, I will know who am I. When we really become nothing, then we get into a sphere where we become everything, 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 the flow of everything, the beauty of everything. And that nothingness is expressed. And if you're ever wondering why it's hard for us to have devotion and faith and respect and humility, it's because we've been something. We think that we are something, you are something, it is something, the world is something, right? When it's nothing but pure spirit. So here's how us practicing being nothing today and maybe for the rest of our days. This is what comes from that divine wisdom that you have when you let go of your thinking and your reasoning. That nothingness is expressed as devotion, faith, respect, and humility. Ah, devotion, faith, respect, and humility. It really takes a lot of courage to let go and be nothing. I do believe that you all recognize your limitations now. That's why you're here. One of the reasons you're here. If everything's going so great outwardly, we don't do a dang thing spiritually. It's going to take a whole heck of a shaking. When you stand on shaken, Yogananda says, against the crash of breaking world, you need to learn to stand unshaken against the crash of breaking worlds. So as we dive into some silence now, everybody, let's become absolutely no mind, no body, no birth, no death, nor sky, nor earth, nor metals, no mind, no ego, which also means edging God out. Let's, let's, let's pretend that we are awakened and we are in the everything of nothing.
You're muted, Tom. You're muted, Tom.
Practice being the awareness, not thoughts, not feelings, but the awareness behind the thoughts and the feelings and the issues and the to dos. And I am this, she is that. Do you know what's happening in our world? Da 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 da. Get beyond it. Be the awareness that no longer are you going to buy into it. Your awareness that you are thinking, your awareness that you're feeling, that your awareness of the dysfunctionality of the limitations of the physical body and the mental body. That awareness is who you are. Listen to the words of this great yogi who says, there's something within you that knows what to do. There is a power greater than you that knows how to take care of you without your help. There's a power that knows how to take care of you without your help. All you've got to focus on is to surrender to it. Surrender your thoughts, your mind, your ego to the current that knows the way, to the current that knows the way. It will take care of you. It will take care of you. It will take better care of you than you could ever imagine. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know Lama, not the Dalai Lama, but Lama Surya Das says this in closing our meditation. Learning how to love is the goal and the purpose of spiritual life. Not learning how to develop psychic powers, not learning how to bow, not learning how to chant, not learning how to do yoga or even meditate, but learning to love. Let's bring our hands folded together at our heart in this beautiful divine light, which is within us, around us, everywhere, spreading to all our brothers and sisters on this planet, spreading to all the animals, spreading to all nature, filling the globe, filling the globe with a new understanding, a new awakening, a new beginning. And this time, we remember that we come from spirit, that we live in spirit. We're operated by spirit. We can do nada, nothing on our own. When we forget the self, the soul, all the miseries of this dream delusion begin to haunt us. All right. And so be it. I don't know. I mean, right before I came on, Trisha said, should we move to Costa Rica? That just got me thinking. I don't know. I think where we are is where we need to be right now, for sure. Don't you? Don't you feel that where we are is exactly where we need to be right now? And having a daily reminder of who we are and whose we are is so important, I think. Don't you agree? And feeling the camaraderie, the the inner workings of each of us, which is that immortal soul, which is pure light, pure love, pure understanding, pure compassion. You know, this is what happens when we come together and meditate on the truth. All of a sudden we start to have these beautiful qualities that come out of the nothing that we read about, the devotion, the understanding, the compassion, the love. It comes through. And if we can really have a little kind of a clinical trial, I like to call it, of seeing how we can radically shift in this Aquarian age, because we have Divine Mother's help. We have Divine Mother's help completely. 100%. We have her help. She's the one that puts out the Maya, and she's the one that gives us all the help and the compassion that we need to rise above that Maya or that delusion. But when we can finally discover that we have the power, we have the gifts, we are already that, we're already the self, we're already divine beings, we're already that. That's why we can now let the nothing be a practice for us. Let the no thought be a practice for us, even if it's for a minute at a time, to remember today that as you walk along, it's not you that's walking you. You know, you've seen that beautiful. Sometimes they're gift cards, and it's the person that's walking with the feet on the sand, and they think it's their feet, but then God is the one that's carrying them, or Jesus is the one that's carrying them, right? Yeah, Divine Mother is carrying us every day in every way. She's carrying us. So when you go about your day today, and I'll be right there with you, going about the day, and you're walking along like you are apt doing. Let's just don't walk and take it for granted. See, that's another big issue that's happening on our planet. The taking for granted. Divine Mother says, and Yogananda says, that she says that if we take something for granted, she has to take it away. So let's let her walk us. Let her comfort us when our mind starts to be thinking again that we're something, somebody, right? Or that some other person is whatever they are. And then what happened in the news that you heard today is the whatever, right? No, let's just let her comfort us. Let her maybe even talk into your ears of wisdom that everything is okay, my dear. Everything is just exactly as it's meant to be right now. And then she might even empower you with such beautiful words. You are doing such a great job with transforming yourself. You're doing such a beautiful job in holding the space as best you can. You're doing a beautiful job coming to daily meditation and things like that. And just fills your ear of wisdom that comes from us not knowing a darn thing. We got to get to those points where we don't know a darn thing and our thinking makes us go mad. So we can stop the thinking and stop thinking that we're somebody and let the soul do what it wants to do. The soul wants to take over this world. Yeah, there's a power that's also happening on this planet right now, and it's soul power, it's spirit power, it's the God power. As Gandhi said, he said, yeah, the darkness seems like it's always going to be here to stay, but it never wins. It never wins. It never can win. So, yeah, how does that sound to all of you? How does this sound? What's ticking in your hearts right now? What are you feeling? And it's okay to unmute and maybe share if you want to. This is Sunday, our Sacred Soul Sunday. It's like, we're at the Soul of Yoga. Some of you came for years when Trisha and I were giving the soul talks at the Soul of Yoga and things. But if you have something to share with the group that could inspire the group, we kind of have a high bar here. In other words, we're not like we don't need to tell our story. We don't need to tell our deepest, darkest secrets. We don't need to talk about what's really bothering us. I mean, everybody's kind of keen to all of that. What we're here is to see if there's a little light maybe, a little light that you experienced recently, or a little hope, or a lot of hope, and some faith, something that lightens, the load of being in this 3D HD heavy delusion. That's dense. It's dense, right? And it's scary. It's definitely scary, when you look around. So, anyway, I'm just wondering if there's something that you want to share to the tribe, if you want to, on our Sacred Soul Sunday.
Namaste,
We got some
beloveds.
people that are
Namaste.
hiding a little
Tom, that's
bit.
me.
Not
Can you
hiding,
hear me?
you're behind the, wait, you're going to say something, Ashley?
I just wanted to say namaste,
No.
beloveds. And I don't know, Costa Rica sounds
Is your
lovely.
audio? Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn something on here. I don't have
Maybe
my general audio on, so I don't hear you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
to say Costa Rica. Can you hear me now? As lovely as Costa Rica sounds, these daily meditations are really carrying throughout my days. And I think of you, Tom, throughout the day. I think of each of you joining, and it's a really beautiful part of my morning. And I just wanted to thank you all for creating this space. I feel really um, strong love here and support. I saw this little Ram Dass quote. Can I read it? It reminded me of you, Tom.
Sure.
The highest relationship is where two people have consciously and intentionally said, "Yes, let's get free, and let's use our relationship with one another as one of the vehicles for doing that." In order to do that, since we know that in freedom there is truth, let's be truthful with one another.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of you and all of those on this call. I just wanted to share that I'm very grateful to you. Thank you.
That's so beautiful. And a little way that we're gonna, if as we go along, and maybe we have some practices together to up our consciousness and to see each other in this most beautiful way. This is a quote from Hafiz. He said, "Everyone is God talking. Everyone is God talking. So why don't you be polite and listen?" So when I was thinking of that quote as Ashley was sharing the Ram Dass quote and was sharing her beautiful share, and I was just saying, yeah, this is God talking. I'm hearing God's words through this woman called Ashley right now. So those little practices add up, my dears. If we can kind of get into a groove, we could have these things in little sessions as we break out and all that. I'm really excited about that, where the divine can take us through all of this, grounded in the meditation. Yeah, the daily meditation is so important to me too. It's everything. Yeah. Anybody? Sarah, do you have something you want to share? Unmute if you do. No? Yeah.
Other way?
Good.
Okay, okay. I'm just so appreciative and grateful for the leadership you're providing, Tom. It can't be just a snap of the finger to decide, oh, we're going to meditate and I'm going to pull these wonderful sayings out of the air. And I know you're very knowledgeable and all of these things come probably very easily to you. But the preparation and the thought that you put into it makes it such a meaningful experience for me. And I am sure for everyone here, it is just this sets the tone for my day. And as Ashley said, it carries with you throughout the day. And I'll find myself
Mm,
in a situation. For instance, it's difficult for me to have a great deal of compassion and human recognition, which is a horrible thing to say, of some of our leaders right now. And I'm trying to stay away from the news as much as I can, but it still creeps in. And I find it difficult to to see some of those people as godlike when they are doing so many ungodlike things. And I wonder if I'll ever be able to get there. To see them. How much meditation does it take to to be able to see these people as I don't want to see me in these people,
Yeah, right.
you know? I wrestle with that.
Yeah.
Can you fix that, Tom?
Well,
Can
yeah, yeah, just like that, bang.
you?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, listen, it's first of all, but for the grace of God, there goes us, right? And in AA they say if you spot it, you got it, right? But all of this is this heavy delusion that I'm talking about. This is why this guy was saying Satchidananda, that we got to be nothing. We got to be that they're nothing. That everything is nothing. That is just these gunas working, and they're being compelled through the energies of these gunas. They're the dark. There's the active. Go get it, and whatever. Just for at no bars, you just going to go out and get it done no matter how you want to get it done, that energy. And then there's the sattvic energy. So when we realize that those energies are going to be here no matter what, but we don't have to buy into those anymore. We can just hold this space. And it's your beautiful heart. It's your heart that God watches. He's watching your heart. He heard you say things you said just now. He heard you and he knows you. And all I think, Sarah, you got the beautiful heart going. You got the desire for truth. You have all those. Focus on that, and then God, like in the AA program, will give you a spiritual reprieve, so to speak, from thinking about these folks and what's happening, and getting you kind of ruffled. Yeah, the grace will come in. It's God's grace that does it, Sarah. Yeah.
I'll stick with it and I'll be open. But I need to come back here for a daily reminder.
That's it. That's exactly why we're on daily. They didn't stop it, right?
Mm.
Because we do need daily reminders. And you say, well, how do I do it? I know you were saying those nice words about me, but I've been doing this since I went into the ashram in 1974, and even
It's a
before,
while.
when I started meditating in gosh dang, how old was I? I was 19. I was 19 in Santa Barbara. And so I started meditating there, but then I went in the ashram, and so I dealt with all the same stuff too. There were even monks there that I went, oh my God, how can that guy be that way? Yeah, and uh, and so you know what I did? Quick story. There were so many of the men there, my fellow monks, that I wouldn't have associated it if I was in the world. They just were not my personality type. They weren't any, and so it was very hard. So I decided I have to do something because I'm judging them. I'm not happy if I see them and all this stuff. So I decided I was going to find a positive quality in each one, and I would meditate on it every day until I no longer had any kind of negativity towards them. And I did that with I don't know, 90 something monks. It took me for months and months to do this and to find and some of them I couldn't find a positive quality. Yeah, I know what you're saying when you say that you can't deal with it on your own. Um, but I came up with one anyway. I came up with one. I made one up for them. And eventually, and since I prayed for them every day as the quality, not as who I thought they were or that bothered me, and I prayed for them in that beautiful quality, like you could see these leaders of ours as embraced by the light. You could see that they're just puppets of an energy that, yeah, it may not be the kind that we like, but the energy's there. But you could see them as how you would like it in your imagination. You could see them mantled by, there's a lot of pictures. I've seen some where there are pictures of Jesus and the president together, you know, and Jesus right behind him, just mantling him and all this kind of stuff. So use your intuitive imagination any way you can is another way, and pray for the light that he is and they are, right? Because underneath it, that's it. And this is the way the world's always been since the beginning of time. Yeah. So I hope that give you a
If I
little.
may share something Tom told me when I said something very similar to him, Sarah, recently in these last few months. He said, Ashley, create your perfect world, the perfect place, the most peaceful, the most beautiful, where everyone takes care of the environment and however it is that it loves, resonates with me, and put it in your heart and go there. And I don't know how simply put that for some reason resonated with me. And I've been doing that over these last kind of anxious times. And I feel better. And it's a little bit like you described. It is not that way yet, but I can create that space and feel into that space for myself anyway.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Ashley.
That's very, very uh, good advice, and I certainly will employ that. Because I know that in my heart. It's just that I get so, my first reaction is so judgmental, and I don't like that. So I'll use this as a tool to help overcome that. And yes, thank you.
Well, Sarah, every time you are aware, remember, we are not our first knee-jerk reactions. We're not that. We're the awareness that is beyond that, higher than that. So as soon as you
Mhm.
catch yourself doing that, think of the love. Think of the love that
Yeah.
you are generating here, just immediately. But let it be a positive reminder.
Okay.
Let it be a positive reminder that it's going
Good.
to bring you back to yourself, your soul, going to bring you
Hmm.
back to the light. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing now. It becomes a good thing because it's going to get you back into even.
Where I ought to, right?
Yes, yes.
That's a blessing. Thank you.
You're, you're so welcome. Huh? E-
Uh,
Good. Even Martha's smiling on that. Good. Maureen. Yeah. All right. Well, how it's nice to have a little chat. Do you all think it's okay to have a little chat at the end of Sunday? We kind of do special things on Sunday. I think it's helpful. I think it's helpful. Anytime we can communicate from the heart together, you know, and know that God is talking. So we're like 100% just totally listening. I've practiced that for years when people talk. Well, they asked me to be a counselor and as a monk when I was only a couple, maybe 8 years in. I was in 25. And I started to be count. They asked me to counsel. They don't give you much training on that, but I did look up a psychologist. His name was Carl Rogers, I believe that's his name, and he was noted for what he called unconditional positive regard. That was his whole focus. He didn't say much in his counseling. He just held this positive, unconditional regard for the person that was talking. And when I read that, I said, that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to be now counseling people. I was on the night shift and calling the people going through all kinds of stuff. And then in our conventions, and I was a counselor there. But that's what I started to practice was just instead of really listening to the details of whatever they were saying, I was seeing them with unconditional positive regard. Another way to say that is I was just emitting love to them. Yeah. They said he was one of the greatest therapists besides Carl Jung that there was. Unconditional positive regard. So let's practice that today when someone's speaking. Just give them emit the unconditional positive regard. It really doesn't matter what they say because you can understand, intuit what they're saying when you're loving. I discovered that too. You get the information, what they're saying, without really putting your whole attention on what they're saying. Yeah. Love is magic. Love is magic. Just be loving them. Just be loving them. Your husband's at home, your wife's at home, your doggies, everybody. Just love them. All right. All right. We're all good now. Everybody's set. Everyone's a little happier, a little more aware, awake and ready, said Yogananda. Awake and ready. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you. What is Clark saying? What? Forever grateful for you. Thank you, Lisa. That's my actual blood sister there, Lisa Kelly Clark. Yeah, that's my
Okay.
sister. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate this. It's going to get me through the day. Right?
Blessings, beloveds.
Blessings. Blessings.
Namaste.
Blessings. Namaste.